My first day at kindergarten, I sat next to a kid, and at the time, I didn't know anything about him other than the fact that he had an earring in his ear, and it was cross earring. And of course, you're a kindergartner, you're 5 years old, so the first person you sit next to, that becomes your best friend. So he became my best friend. And when I came home, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I met my best friend today. And then my mom was like, Oh, who is he? What's he like? I was like, Well, he's the kid with the earring. The boy's name was Luis Gonzalez. Um, and if that doesn't tell you anything, he was Hispanic. And then my mom always uses a story and like talks about how innocent kids are. Because I came home and I didn't say, hey, he was a different skin color than me. Hey, he was different than me. I said, hey, he's the kid with the earring. I didn't even say how like his name wasn't pronounced how I thought it was. I said he was the kid with the earring. This nature isn't born. It's not human nature to feel that somebody's life is less than theirs. Growing up, I've been a part and have had friends and have been in communities of all different diversities. In certain parts of towns, in work, my friends personally, people I call my brothers, people I call my sisters, have all it's never mattered to me. That's the thing. It never mattered to me what skin color they were. It never mattered who they were. What mattered was my best friend was Malcolm. My best friend was Jay. My best friend was Jake. My best friend was Nasser. Like, it never mattered because they were just my friends. They were people I loved. But I'm not everybody. I'm just a kid. I'm 23 years old. I have a full-time job, and I don't know much about the world. I do know love, and I do know kindness very well. And what's going on right now isn't a lot of love and isn't a lot of kindness. I don't want to make this too long, so I've explained it kind of on what certain apps of like how I feel. I've definitely posted about it, but this is just going to be a big video on exactly how I feel. It's unscripted. It's very unscripted. It's take number one. I'm just shooting from the hip, just like I usually do. I can do this like a promo, but I'm not, because this isn't scripted. This isn't me putting on a character. This is me talking. A lot of people know my political stance. I'll just throw it out there. I'm a right-wing and Republican. I'm a registered Republican. I was a precinct delegate when I was 18 to about 21, 22 years old, and I moved away and I moved out of my precinct. I was looking to get into politics again now that I've moved to a new precinct. That doesn't define me. My political party doesn't define my views. I have very specific views on the President of the United States, especially with what happened tonight. I have very specific views about the people in my party. And the one I want to talk about is this. When they say Black Lives Matter, the reason I say they is because I can't say it, okay? Here's the thing. It's like I'm white. I'm a straight white man. I've never faced oppression, okay? There's a reason I've gotten every interview for a job. Like, I've never... It's crazy. It's crazy to think. I can't put myself in their shoes because I've never understand what it is. But my best friend one of my best friends who is 17 years old has been wrongfully arrested already without his rights being read to him. And then was almost charged with resisting because the cop pinned down his arm and wouldn't let him move. I don't know what that's like. So when Black Lives Matter is said and you respond with all lives matter, stop including yourself. That's not what they're saying. It's not saying that all lives don't matter. It's not saying that only their lives matter more. Even I thought like that for a second. I was ignorant. And then I started to I took a step back out of my prideful shoes and took my head out of my own ass. And I listened and I just paid attention. They're not saying that your life doesn't matter. It's saying you want equality. Everybody wants to fight for equality. Picture this. You wake up tomorrow and you are now black. You now have to live your life as a black man. What are you going to do differently? If you think you have to change your daily routine at all, that is the problem. That is what they mean. The fact that a black man has to literally fear for his life every time he gets pulled over. And not the fear of like you feel when you're a teenager, scared daddy's going to take your license away because you were speeding. No, the fear that they're going to get a gun pulled on them because that happens. Don't say it doesn't. It's a reality. And I'm not saying all cops are bad. I'm not ACAB. I get it. But the police force, that job, that's not a job you can have a few bad apples in. All right? A pilot, if you can't have a few bad pilots. You can't have a few bad decision makers in this country. You can't have a few bad generals in the army. You can't have a few bad captains driving a cruise ship. You can't have a few bad people defending the United States of America, defending the people in the United States. The fact that a soldier in enemy territory shoots an unarmed civilian with no probable cause. He gets caught, recorded. He's arrested, thrown in a break, slapped with a dishonorable discharge for the rest of his life. But when a cop kills an American citizen unjustly, puts his knee on the back of the dude's neck for 9 minutes, nobody's going to bat an eye in his job. We're going to fire him. No, you're going to fire him, you're going to disown him, you're going to strip away his badge, and you're going to charge him with murder. Not third-degree murder, not manslaughter. You don't put somebody's knee... I'm a trained martial artist, okay? I'm 23 years old. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the world. I do know that if you put your knee in the side of somebody's neck, it kills them. You're taught that at a very young age when you choke your friend on the playground. Don't say he didn't know. You know. And as a cop, your job is to respond to first medical aid. If he was showing any signs, in which he did, that he was having a heart attack, he should have responded and provided first aid, but he didn't. He put his knee in the back of his neck, and it wasn't the back of his neck. It was his carotid artery. Stopped the blood flow to his brain, and he died. A father died. That's the problem. People tried to peacefully protest. Colin Kaepernick tried to take a knee, and you didn't listen to him. People tried marching in the streets. You didn't listen to them. MLK tried peaceful protests. You shot him. Government, you shot him. You can't say things are better than they are. They're just quieter. Will Smith said it best. Or was it Will Smith? I don't remember. But it was, racism isn't getting worse. It's getting documented. It's getting filmed. People are seeing it now. People are tired of it. I'm tired of it. This isn't the world I want to raise my kids in. And this country isn't where I want to live if my leader, my commander-in-chief, is ordering cops to treat people who want a voice as terrorists. You want to talk about your constitutional rights being taken? The freedom of press, the freedom of assembly, the freedom of speech? Well, yeah, some of the protests have turned violent. Trust me, I live in Michigan. I understand it. I have a friend who lives 4 minutes from the Detroit protests. I understand there are riots. But to treat Americans who are protesting, he said protesters. He didn't say rioters. You want to talk semantics? He called protesters terrorists. That's against the Constitution. That's against the First Amendment. Please. I'm just asking for people to stop. It's not political. It's not a political debate. It's humanity. It's what's right and what's wrong. It's not facts. It's not opinion. It's what's right and what's wrong. And what's wrong is that this has been going on for too long. Just like this video has been going on for a little bit too long. But I can't sit and know that people I love, my friends, have to go through this. Again, I've never faced depression in my life. I've sat in locker rooms with other wrestlers talking about how they were in jail for like the second time in their lifetime. Like, and they're like normal people that's living their life, but they have to go through that. Like, that's... I've never had to face that. Because to tell you the truth, if I woke up black tomorrow, I would have to change my daily routine. That's a problem. We shouldn't have to. So that's what Black Lives Matters mean. It's not saying that your life doesn't matter. That's selfish. Yes, of course everybody thinks that all lives matter. They're saying that Black Lives Matter needs to be included in that banner because it's not. It's fact, it's not. And you, by responding with all lives matter, just proves it. Like I said, I'm not against the cops. I'm not against the rioters. I'm not against anybody. I'm against how we are as people right now. Both sides. Put down your bottles, put down your rocks, put down your automatic weapons. I get that it's policy to respond in riot gear, but look at Flint. Look at where the peaceful protests are happening. Are they responding with automatic weapons and blunt objects? No. They're taking off their gear. They're putting down their guns and they're holding hands. Do that. Watch what happens. Everyone says you fight fire with fire creates a bigger fire. Exactly. You respond with peaceful protests with automatic weapons, and then they turn into riots, and you're like, oh, you escalated the fight. You brought a bigger stick. This is the exact thing we invaded other countries, and we took away from. This is what we fought for. This is what America fought against. And now we're the same or worse. People in other countries are protesting our problems. We're a joke. I'm tired of it. I love this country too much. I love my friends. I love my family too much. I'm not silent anymore. I don't care if you're my family, blood related. I don't care if you're my friends. If you think that this video, if you're going to text me trying to tell me that I'm wrong, I don't care. It's, like I said, this isn't a matter of debate. This isn't a matter of, well, yeah. No. This is what I see every day. This is what I deal with every day. This is what I see, what is affected around me. This is my personal story. I'm telling you what I'm seeing as a 23-year-old man. You are not allowed to tell me I see differently. Unfriend me, block me, stop talking to me, disown me. I don't care. I don't care. I've been silent for too long. Black Lives Matter. Hands down. We want equality. We fought for equality. We should give everyone equality. Stop hating. Be kind. Love one another. Put down your arms and hold each other's instead. That's all I'm saying. All right. Now, since we're plunged into a civil war, I guess who knows what's going to happen, but hopefully, I don't know. To all the people who have been in my life, been of different races, of even the same as me. There's only one race, it's the human race. Just know that I love you all. I will always love everyone, no matter their views, no matter what they think. I love everyone. And I just want what's best for everybody. And right now, people really need to think about what's best.